Hey, sorry, I have to apologize about the fact that I'm 2 days late. Uh, if if ever this podcast came out today because we had Tuesday, and I got lazy last Sunday, and I didn't have time yesterday to record it. So here we are on a Tuesday afternoon, recording this podcast. Um, but I promise you, it's I promise you, it's worth it, because next week I will have so many stories to give you, probably more than three. I don't know how I will do it. Maybe I will share five. Maybe I will share only three, but the best three I don't know. We'll see. But sorry for being late. I'm really sorry. I've been really lazy last Sunday, but I promise next week I will be not on time. I will probably be late. I will probably post the episode on Monday 5th, but it will be worth it because really there will be a lot of stories, a lot of things to tell. But let's focus on this week. So, week 3 of my life at Cardiff. I don't have a lot of things to tell. I have my three stories that are interesting, in my opinion. But it's not as interesting as my first episode. Not as much as the next one. But you will want to see the last one, because the last one is probably the one where you will have the most interaction with, because it's something where we'll give you the opportunity to do something in that is linked with the story. You will see during the third story. But for now, let's go for the first story, titled "Wait, what? We leave the office at 2 p.m." So basically, we were last Thursday around it was the 24th, and on the 24th, on the 24th, a person from the Ministry of Technologic Innovation, basically in the UK, should come at the research lab and get presented the latest project we've done, to basically decide if the lab will get money from the government in the next few years. So a really important meeting. My supervisor came with a great suit, a great tie, really really well dressed, and so during this presentation, like before, when we were getting the room ready and things like that, I had to set up the screens, because we have a wall with like 8 screens, but like big screens, TV size, where we can like display whatever you want. And so the fours in the middle, because they are like there are 2 rows of 4 screens, one on top of the other, and so you can see on the 4 in the middle the presentation that my supervisor gave, and the two that are on the side, like the 4 on the side, sorry, we're displaying like videos and photos about what we've done, so that they can see the projects in action, and not only from the words of my supervisor. So I had to set up these screens. It was great and really, really interesting. And so the goal of this meeting was really to impress and like give hope to the person from the minister, so that they are like, okay, there are threats on cybersecurity in the operational technology, so in the factory and like chemical plants, things like that. But we can fix them, and we can secure our network and our technologies so that it's not a problem at all. So this was the goal. And to set that up, we had a lot of projects. So as I told you, the chemical plant on, as I told you, the first week, the chemical plant that we can make explode, but we can also secure it so that it can protect from attacker. But there is also the things where you can, for example, there are like 4 metro railways, and like there are some trains on it that are that are going in a circle around the map. And so the goal of this simulation was to show that an attacker can go in the network and stop a train, so that the train that is like before after him can hit it and like have a collision between them that will cause probably several people to die. And so this was the goal of this simulation, was to show these kind of things, that they can happen even if very secure network, just because of small errors. And so this was the goal of the meeting. And so on the Thursday morning, I finished to set everything up for the presentation. My supervisor gives a presentation. It went great, as he told us. And in the early afternoon, it was like 2 p.m., something like that. He turned over me and turned to me and said, "Maxime, pack up." And I was like, "Pack up? What do you mean by pack up? Like, I should go back home? I should get ready to walk, like to go on the meeting room? What do you mean?" I was like, "Back up, we're going somewhere, so just take your stuff and we're leaving." And I was like, "We're leaving? It's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon and still have work to do, obviously. What are we doing?" And so he told me, like, "Don't ask any question and all that. We're leaving. Just trust me and we're going." So I was like, okay, it's still half a day of work where I'm not working, so it's perfect for me. I don't really care. And so I packed my bags, and I got ready. And so he told one of my colleagues to like get ready, put all our stuff on his car. So we went on his car. We drove back home, like to his house, so that he can get some stuff, like something to eat and things like that. And then we left, and like we were 4 in his car. So we started talking. I put the music. So I can say that 3 of my colleagues listened to Jack Brel and Angel. They loved Angel, by the way. And I even talked to them about Rayless. And one of them already knew who was Rayless, and so we started to talk about the Rayless Sundays and things like that. So it was great. In fact, it was really fun, a lot of fun. And like during the trip, I asked them, like, where are we going? Like, is that usual? What's happening? Like, I don't understand. This is not in the French culture. Is it in the English culture? Because maybe it is. That after a specific like meeting or things like that, it can happen that we leave the the office, and like we get somewhat a reward for the thing. I don't know. And my colleague was like, "Never. It has never happened to me. This is the first time." So I was like, "Okay, well, we're both surprised at least." And he told me like we were going somewhere on the west of Cardiff to go to the beach. And so we went to the beach on a Thursday afternoon when everyone else was walking. We were just chilling on the beach in front of the sea. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun, and it was really great because since the beginning, it's the mood in the office is really not the same as at the university. Obviously, because at the university we're like having a lot of fun even during the class, because I have to be honest, we don't always listen to what the teacher, like the professor, is telling us. Like sometimes we are playing GeoGuessr in the middle of the class, obviously, and so this is really not the mood. Even me, I feel like I have to work for them. Like at the university, you feel like you're working for yourself. So if you don't want to work, you can't, because it's only for yourself. So like the only person uh, that doesn't get paid is you, because you don't learn. Like here, if I don't do something, people are are waiting for me to get things done. And so I forgot where I was. And so yeah, we were on the beach. We were having a lot of fun, and it was a really good moment because I don't really know my colleagues. Like we're not talking that much. We are just like walking, and because I'm doing my diet where you don't eat during lunch, I really don't have a lot of opportunities to socialize with them because I don't eat with them, so we don't have like these small talk kind of things where we can learn more on each other. And so I don't really know them. And so this moment at the beach where we're just talking, we're having fun together and like chilling out of the office and things like that, it was great. And on the late afternoon, it was like 5, 6. One of them get back to his car, like the colleague that was driving us, by the way. He get back to his car and get something to eat. Like he had a bag, the bag that like keep the cold in them. I don't know the English word. Thermo bag. No, I don't know, but like this kind of bag. And so he brought it back to the beach, and in fact there was a lot of Indian food in there, and so we started eating a bit of it all together, and it was amazing. The food was so tasty. Like there was so many flavor in the food. It was a bit spicy. It was really great. So I really loved it. It was amazing. And I was happy to like finally be able to like talk to them in a not official working environment. And I want to be honest with you, this is what will happen during the week. I didn't say that in the French version, so you as an English listener, you have you have exclusive information about what's gonna happen on the next week. Uh, we're gonna go somewhere that is not the office on a day that is a working day again, but it's planned. Like this is like if I get holiday, um, even if I don't have to, because I'm not because I don't have any holidays. Like I can't basically because I'm an intern. But like, okay, I'm taking a day off and we're going somewhere. You will learn more next Monday. And so I was really grateful for that. It was amazing. It was a great afternoon. And this was my first story. Amazing. Really, I love that. And this is happening again soon. A bit of teasing, yeah, I know. Second story. The second story is about a podcast that I'm listening to like for the past 2 weeks, a week and a half. Since I told you like that I was listening way more music alone than before. So since for a week and a half, I've been listening to this podcast, the Diary of a CEO, where basically the host invites an expert and like talk about the expertise of the guy in front of him, or the lady in front of him, and they are just talking and like the expert is like just explaining everything he knows about his stuff. The podcast lasts for 2 hours and a half, something like that, and it's amazing. Like the subjects are really wide. I think the last episode it was about a Buddhist monk, and the episode before was a former spy from the CIA, so that you have an idea of how broad the subject can be. And this kind of thing where he invites an expert and talk about this is in the recent episode, but it has not been like this forever. At the beginning, the name The Diary of CEO has a real meaning, because the first episode was just him talking about what happened during his life in the past week, which is quite funny because that's what I'm doing right now. But his idea was way more educational and business-wise, because he's a CEO, so a chief executive officer. This is like the PDG in France, the PDG in France. And so he's talking about what his life is happening, and literally what he wrote down on his diary. And so he's like, he has like 5 or 6 points where he's talking. And so on one of his show, so he was talking about the fact that we have in life 2 different currencies. So the first one that we all know about is money. So it can be under the form of a dollar, a euro, a pound, and anything like that, like even Bitcoin and things like that. This is the first currency we have that we all share. And the second one that we have since the beginning of humanity, in fact, is time. And so this is a currency because there is a limited amount of time in your life, which means that it's like as if you had a bank account that you can't like monitor, because you don't know how much money you have in that bank account. You just know that right now you can spend a second, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. You just know that everything you learn that you have another second possible to live. Okay, this is basically our life. Okay, maybe I will die in like 3 minutes because a fucking bee will oh fuck. I don't know. But like, you don't know how much time you have, and like this is your second currency. And he's talking about this, and like this dichotomy, and how much it's important to realize that your time is the most important currency in your life, because you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. If your destiny, which I don't really like the word destiny, but if your destiny is that you will die in a car accident in 9 years, you only have 9 years left. Okay, even if you don't take any car, maybe you will die eventually in a car accident where you cross the street and you have a car that hit you, this kind of thing. So you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. And at the end of the episode, he's talking about this, and he said this sentence that like really struck me, which is, so next time you want to do something, whatever it is, ask you this simple question: would I pay for it? And if yes, how much? For example, you are listening to this podcast, maybe for free on YouTube, but maybe you paid for Spotify that provide you this podcast, or Deezer, or Apple, anything. So you paid for this podcast, but if to listen to this episode, I told you you have to pay $2, no, so like €2, £2, no matter what, to listen to this podcast. Would have you paid for it? Most of you will say yes in front of me, but I think no right now. I know you. There is no problem for that. But like, if you think about this that way, you're like, okay, so I wouldn't have paid with my money because I know I have a limited amount of money right now. Maybe you have like €500 on your bank account, and you know that these €500 have to be used for something else, so you can't pay for this podcast. Okay, but because it's free, maybe on YouTube, or maybe because you have already paid for this month on Spotify, you're like, I can't spend 20 minutes for 20 minutes. That's the actual time, but like it will probably last half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. So like, you can spend 40 minutes listening to this podcast, but it's weird because you don't know if you will die after these 40 minutes. You know, you don't know how many time you still have in life. This is really philosophical. It's like theoretical also, because you don't we can't like represent it genuinely. So it's kind of weird to talk about this, but like, maybe we'll die in like 60 minutes, but because you don't know it yet, you're listening to this podcast and you're kind of wasting your time doing this. That's the question that really struck my mind, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Yes, of course I would not watch that much YouTube videos if I had to pay for YouTube. Of course I wouldn't watch F1 race if I had to pay for them. Okay, I probably shouldn't say that, but like, I'm not paying for that, but like, this is not the point. So next time you want to do something, whatever it is, maybe it's going for a walk, maybe it's going to see your parents, maybe it's going to watch a 2-hour movie you have already watched 50 times. Laure, I saw you watching Mamma Mia another time. Okay, I know you. Ask you this question: would I pay for it? And if yes, how much? And think about this, and you're like, okay, now would I pay for going to a specific activity? And you're like, yeah, no, maybe no. So you have something free in terms of currency, like money, but to do it, you have to pay in your time. To give you an example, more realistic. In the morning, I go to the gym, so I pay for the membership in the gym, which is for me worth it. So I pay for it, and I pay with my money or with my time, because I spend like an hour at the gym. But I'm more and more questioning this, because right now, to go to the gym, I have a walk of half an hour, and to get back to the gym, I have a walk of half an hour. And so my time, I spend 2 hours of my day to go to the gym and exercise. And I'm like, is it worth it? And I'm really questioning this. Of course, like, I'm paying for my time. I'm paying an hour more, but it brings me so many more things. Like, I'm I spend time thinking, I spend time learning because I'm listening to podcasts. What? No, sorry, someone klaxoned. Oh, what this word? No, it's not the point. Focus. So I spend time walking, I'm learning, I'm thinking about things in my head, so I have ideas. I'm burning calories. Like, this is not waste time, wasted time. But do I really wanna spend an hour just to go to the gym? This is a question. Like, would you pay for going to the gym? If I had to pay like $5 every morning to go to the gym, in addition to the membership I'm paying, probably not. So it means that half an hour of my time is not worth $5. And like, this is all the questions you can ask yourself. Is an hour of my time is worth $10? So if right now I can avoid an hour of waiting for $10, would I do it? If you would do it, it means that your time, so an hour of your time, is more valuable than an hour. And if you wouldn't do it, it means that an hour of your time, is less valuable than $10. And this is really like mind blowing if you think about it for a long time. And so this question, would I pay for it with my money, is really important, and because it helps you realize that like, you can differentiate things that are nice to do and like important to do. So would you pay for your water? Of course I would pay for my water, because I need to take a shower, I need to eat, I need to drink, I need to a lot of things, I need to wash my clothes and a lot of things, so I pay for my water. But this is not a point when you are like, would I spend an hour going to, do I rather spend, like, for example, I'm repeating myself. You have the point. I was going to give you another example, but this is not really interesting. You have the point of the thing. So next time you want to do something that is free, ask you this simple question, which is, would you pay for this in terms of money? And how much would you pay for it? This was my second story, because I realized it was really an important thing to think about your time as a currency that is limited and not unlimited, as we can think about it because we are young. And so this is it. Now, my third story is, to me, the most fulfilling one. Because for now, not a year, but like 9 months or so, I've been learning something, a new programming language that allows me to build websites that are like interactive and fast to load and things like that. And since like September 2024, I've made a lot of websites. I've made a website about shopping list. I've made a website about all the projects I've made, things like that. Like, I made website about a lot of things. And my portfolio, which is where I have all my projects, like things where I present all my projects, is made with this specific programming language. And so, for the past like two months, I've been working on a back office of my own website. So right now, if you go to maximjamel.com, you will get a page where you can see like my portfolio. I'm Maxime, 19 years old. Oh, I have to change that. A 20 years old French student in computer science. I love building useful applications and websites. I'm learning Next.js since September 2024. This is what I'm saying. You can find all my projects here and things like that. Okay. So this is the front office. This is the thing where any customer in like what's the word? Quote unquote, any customer can go on it and like use it, and it's done for the customer. In opposition with that, there is the back office for example, for Amazon, it's quite interesting to learn about that and to understand it. You have the front office, which is like Amazon.com, where you can browse any product and buy them. And this is the front office, and there is probably like store.amazon.com, where people like company can manage all the products that are on the platform of Amazon and that are available to the customers on the front office. And so here is the difference between front office, where the next door customer can go, and the back office, where it's more like companies and more producers that are going on. And so I have my front office, which is like where I have my blog and all my projects. And I also have, for now, 2 months, a back office where I have all my stuff. So, for example, right now I only have my tasks. So all my tasks are I manage all my tasks on this website. So basically, I would like to run my life on this website. So I would like to have my calendar, I would like to have my mails, I would like to have my workouts, I would have to have like my mails, my tasks, my anything. I would like it to be on that thing, other thing. And so this website, this back office, which is mine, only mine for now, has been restricted to me until now. So it means that before I made any changes, only me could connect to the back office because there was a password that was necessary, that was required. And you had to enter this password, and only me knew the password. So it was only for me, okay? But on the past week, I've worked to create something where you can create an account and see your own tasks and like connect your own accounts on this. And it means that right now anyone can go on my website and try to create an account, and not try because you can, like create an account and manage their tasks and manage their calendar on it. And it's amazing. I'm really, really happy with that because I've talked about this with Lois and Stefan. I think I've talked about this with Stefan too, where like they know that I'm building this, but it wasn't publicly accessible, and now it is. So it means that anyone, you're listening, you can go on maximjamel.com. You will arrive on like my homepage, and on the bottom right you will have a sun clock. A sun clock? It's not a sun clock. Is it a sun clock? An hourglass. Sorry. Oh, sun clock is works too. Sorry, an hourglass. And so on the bottom right you will see like a fan clock, and I forgot, a fan glass, and you will be able to click on this fan glass, and you will arrive on a login page, but you will see the line create an account, and you will be able to create an account with your mail and first name, last name, and your mail, and you can create an account and right now start to use it. And I'm really, really happy with that because this has been a bit like my baby for the past few months, and I would like to do a lot of things about this. And the fact that anyone can use it, anyone can tell me, okay, this is not working, this is working, anyone can test it for me, and it's amazing. I love it. So please go on maximjamel.com, click on the hourglass at the bottom left, the bottom right, and just check the website. You can create an account for free, obviously, and like check the website and tell me what you think about it. I'm really, really happy with that. And yeah, give me your opinion. It will be great. It will be amazing. This is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this this podcast episode. It went like for the past 35 minutes. It's amazing. The next one will be amazing too. I promise you. But it won't be on time. Again, I will not post on Sunday, probably on Monday. Forgive me about this. I really apologize, and I apologize again for this week where I've not been able to post. I've not been able. I've been too lazy to post on time. I'm sorry about this, and I hope it will happen not again in the next few weeks, except for the next one, the really next one, because I know I won't be able to do it on Sunday. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next week.